Sometimes I think about films and the purpose that they serve. A form of entertainment, of course, but it's more than that. They make you feel. Films are often described as windows into reality, and it's through these windows that we're able to feel seen, heard, and understood. And recently I watched a film that left me feeling fulfilled in all these regards. But how? I want to know how they was able to do that. How can an imitation of reality hold so much weight? I have no clue. But then I saw this.
But, every day I get up and I see the day out there and I get my coffee and I sit here and I think, all right, all right, this is what I have right now. And no matter how much better, whatever I imagine in my head, it's not as real as what I do have. So it's hard, isn't it? Being a person.
Yes, it is. Sometimes I think about Dying, directed by Rachel Lambert, is a thoughtful and intentional masterpiece that is written to all introverts out there. After my first watch through, I knew I had found something unique, something with an acquired taste. I knew then I wanted to make this video, or I needed to. This film does an excellent job at fully visualizing and capturing what overthinking and anxiety looks like in an individual. As we follow Fran throughout her journey in this film, she is constantly tested and forced to step outside of her comfort zone. A zone that she would describe as isolation and elevation.
Hey, Fran. Sorry.
But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's backtrack. Sometimes I think about Dying fundamentally as a very simple story. It doesn't take place over a long period of time, and it actually takes place over a few days. We follow Fran in the beginning and throughout the film, and we watch as she partakes in her mundane activities of getting ready for work, going to her office job, and her post-work activities as well. And I really feel as though the film shines in these scenes because it takes these, what would normally be considered boring parts of life, and it makes them interesting. This film does a great job at displaying the type of character Fran is. I firmly believe that this is a film that if it resonates with you, you'll get it, and if it doesn't, then it's just not for you.
Hey.
Hi.
Fran, right?
Yeah.
The film knows its target audience from the very beginning, and it's not afraid to show it. We see Fran as a very antisocial, introverted, and anxious individual, and it's made clear throughout her interactions with her coworkers in the film, except for one, Carol. Well, technically two, because of who she meets later on. But in the beginning, it was Carol, and the film doesn't make it painfully obvious either. Which is why I say this is a film that is very much dependent on the viewer and how you internalize Fran as a character. Me being an introvert, I easily resonate with Fran, and I notice the subtle good mornings and the subtle interactions is just enough to let me know that Fran cares about Carol, just a little bit more than the rest. But Carol's leaving.
I think I'm gonna miss you all, and I think I'm gonna miss this stupid office.
Hey.
No, I mean this wonderful office.
She was retiring, and with that meant that Fran would lose whatever little interaction she had in that office. And this affected her. We watch as she reminisces on all the vast memories she has with Carol, not talking or interacting, but simply watching. And it just works so well. I don't mean to sound pretentious, but it's real. Shrouded in her isolation, Fran was left alone to her thoughts in many moments throughout the film. We can see her daydream, oftentimes sharing the same fate, death. She would daydream about hanging from a crane just visible outside of her cubicle. And not because she wants to, but because she wants to know how it would feel. And what I love most about these daydreaming scenes is, albeit they share a morbid ending, they're displayed in such a beautiful and romantic way that it really immerses you into Fran's mindset and what she's truly searching for. In Carol's absence, she is replaced by Robert.
Hello?
You need a green sweater? He doesn't care who knows it.
Don't care?
Outgoing and extroverted individual who enters the office, and he's very bold and loud about it. And we see him do something that separates him from the rest of his co-workers. Talk to Fran. You watch as he makes a genuine effort to talk and get to know Fran, and of course Fran, being who she is, shuts it down at first, but ultimately comes around to letting her guard down and conversating.
What do you call a sad coffee?
Oh, what do you call sad coffee?
No espresso.
You're funny.
And for the first time we see a crack in her shield, as her only fantasy isn't the feeling of death anymore, but rather the curiosity and intrigue of a human connection.